My first attempt at cabaret was a bit of a disaster. I still get angry when I think about it. Okay, picture it. The auditions for my 4th grade talent show. There I am in the waiting room. I have to watch a bunch of white suburban kids with parachute pants doing an MC Hammer routine, 3 girls singing Mariah Carey's Hero, a skateboard dance act, and a bunch of girls, costume and all, singing Thingamabobs, I got 20. At these pathetic routines and looking at these ugly costumes my brothers must have made out of party store napkins and rubber cement, I knew I was going to steal the whole show with my number. I began to audition. I've been away from you a long time. I never thought I'd miss you so. Somehow I feel your love was real. Near you, I long to be. The birds are singing it's song time. The band are strumming soft and low. I know that you yearn for me too. Swanee, you're calling me. Swanee, yeah, how I love you, how I love you. But dear old Swanee, I give the world to be among the folks in DIX. I even know my memories are waiting for me, praying for me down by the Swanee. The folks up north will see me no more when I get to that Swanee shore. Swanee, Swanee, I'm coming back to Swanee. Mammy, Mammy, I love the old folks at home. Swanee, how I love you, my dear old Swanee. I give the world and hey, me among the folks in the DIX. I even know my memories are waiting for me down by the Swanee. The folks up north will wonder no more when I get to that. I finished the number. It was amazing. Al Jolson would have turned white. After the show, my teacher called me down with a passive-aggressive one finger, come hither. Mrs. Baxter, who looked like a runway model for the Pennsylvania Dutch. Seriously, this woman had all the sex appeal of Hermione Gingold in a teddy, okay? Mrs. Baxter called me down and she was standing next to a very stern-looking African-American woman, the mother of one of the mermaids, evidently. She told me that my number was inappropriate for the talent show, that it was too racist. Racist? What are you talking about? Racist? I didn't do it in blackface or anything. I mean, it clogged my pores for weeks and I had other auditions to go to. But I was 10 years old and a pussy, so I tucked my tail between my legs and said I'd bring in another number. But this would even be better. This time I'd get to be funny. Every time I hear the march from low wind grin, I am always on the outside looking in. Maybe that is why I see the funny side when I see a fallen brother take a bride. Weddings make a lot of people sad, but if you're not the groom, they're not so bad. Another bride, another June, another sunny honeymoon, another season, another reason for making whoopee. Shoes, price, he's nervous, he answers twice, it's really killing that he's so willing to make whoopee. Picture a little love nest down where busy, but she says, easy! He's making, okay. He doesn't make much money, only 5,000 per. Some judge who thinks he's says you'll give 6 to her, but he says, Judge, suppose I fail. The judge is barged right into jail. You let her keep her. I think it's cheaper than making. It was done. It was perfect. Showed off my 10-year-old maturity, hilarious, and best of all, contained no racial slurs. But once again, Mrs. Baxter called me down after the audition. She informed me that this number 2 was inappropriate for the cabaret, that it was too risque and sexual. I didn't think it was sexual. I didn't think it was about sex at all. Of course, I didn't have a good idea what sex was. All I knew is that my follow-up "Oh Calcutta" monologue would be great. But once again, I'm 10, I'm scared, I'm an idiot. I say, okay, I'll bring in another number. And I vowed at the time that I would bring in the safest bet possible. Well, even at 10, I knew there was nothing safer than Irving Berlin, so I ended up crooning this old tune. I have an ear for music, and I have an eye for a maid. I see a pretty girlie with each pretty tune that's played. They go together like stormy weather, 'cause with the month of May, I've studied girls and music, so I'm qualified to say a pretty girl is like a melody that haunts you night and day, just like the strain of a haunting refrain. She'll start upon a marathon and run around your brain. You can't escape. She's your memory of a night morning, night and day. She will leave you on the web or come back again. A pretty girl is just like a pretty. Eat your heart out, Mrs. Baxter.